You've been posting online, giving the value and being consistent with your content, and still you're not getting paid the way you want to. People are not buying your product the way you want to. And now you're thinking, maybe this is not the right thing for me, or maybe I'm lacking the talent or whatever. But actually the truth is, nobody until today taught you really how to do sales in combination with personal branding, because there's many sales coaches out there, and I'm not saying they're doing anything bad. What they're telling you is true actually, but you have to combine that knowledge with personal branding, because without personal branding, you're just someone online that is just trying to sell something. And we don't want to do that, because we want to build a personal brand for you that people trust you, follow you, and eventually buy from you. Because when I finally understood how to sell in a feminine way without being pushy, without being salesy, that's when actually everything shifted. And that is exactly what I'm gonna give you the taste of today, because when a woman learns how to sell her brilliance online, that's when the whole world opens for her. I'm not just saying that out of theory, I'm saying that out of experience, because I've been doing this for the past 2.5 years. It's gonna be 3 years in June next year. So I know exactly what I'm talking about, because I know exactly how it feels to start out, to start selling something online. I was selling products, not my own products, but commission-based products, and it's so hard to get started and to make even the first sale. And after you did the first sale, many people will tell you, oh, if you know how to do it once, you can do it twice, you can repeat it, and you can just basically make lots of money when you know how to do it once. That couldn't be more far from the truth, because doing a sale once could be luck. It could be the right person at the right time, and maybe you were in a good mood, but being good and confident in sales is not learning the right thing to say and learning the scripts. No, it is building a personal brand and building the personality to stand behind it. A few years ago, I was working as a store manager, starting out, wanting to make money online. So I'm able to quit my job, and that only happened after I was building a personal brand and finally starting to understand how to position myself in sales. So that actually changed everything for me, because now you can't tell from the background, but I'm right now in Seoul, Korea. I'm in a beautiful cafe. I can see the outside. I see the skyline of Seoul basically. And that was always my dream. It was always my dream to travel, to see different places, to be in my favorite cities in the world, and just enjoy life on my terms without having to worry about if I have to fly back home soon to go back to my job to make money from there. I wanted to have the abundant and make money from everywhere life, and that was only possible because I learned these skills that I'm gonna give you a taste of today so you can start applying them. So when I started to learn sales, I always thought of it as manipulation or manipulating people in a good way, which can be good, but you don't want to be a negative manipulator. When I say manipulation, I'm saying that you understand what the person wants and is maybe scared to do by themselves, so you can kind of manipulate them into doing what they actually want to do, but they're maybe still scared of it. So that's basically what sales is. Sales is helping people to cross the bridge. Sales is helping to make people decisions. It is not helping to make the decisions that they don't want. It is helping them to do the right thing for themselves, not for you as a salesperson. You're just there to help them connect the dots in their minds and basically help them to give like a smooth transition into what they want basically. And getting into that can be really hard, because you're online, you're seeing people making money, making lots of money, and then you start to think, okay, what are they doing different than I'm doing? Because I'm applying the same thing, I'm doing the good content, I'm engaging with my community, I'm posting the value. Why are they making sales and I'm not the one with the results that I want to? And now I'm going to give you the framework that you can use to do exactly what I just told you. It is called the Hear Sales Framework. The H basically stands for hearing. So you hear what they're talking about, you hear where they want to go, you hear what their goals are basically. So you really have to be a good listener. So you have to stop talking about yourself, the product, or anything. You have to ask the right questions and listen, and ask questions based on the things they told you, based on the questions you ask them. So you really have to lead a conversation. Not only think about, okay, I'm gonna lead it this way and I'm gonna manipulate into the conversation into this direction because I want it to go that way. No, you have to really listen to them, what they're telling you, because that's when you actually are getting closer to the sale because people understand, oh my god, she's actually listening to what they're saying. And I'm not talking only about like the one-on-one conversations. You can do that on social media. Like people engage with your content, comment, post, and you really look into what they want to hear from you. The second letter in here, the E, stands for explore. Explore their problems. Really dig deep. Understand the problems of your audience, understand the problems of your customers or your future customers. That's when you will be able to solve them, and that's when you will be able to make the money. And if you can solve a problem for a person, people will pay. People will buy. It is not about the money. It's not about the price. They will pay you once they believe that the problem they told you about, you can solve it. You have the solution for it. That's when people will be ready to give you their money for it. The third letter, the A, basically combines these things. It is alignment. Align your product or service or yourself as the bridge between point A and point B. Point A is where they are right now struggling or having a problem, and point B is where they want to get to, and they don't see the bridge. That's why they haven't been able to do it until today, and that's why you're here. So you have to align yourself, your product, your service, whatever it is that you're selling, as the bridge between all of this. And when you manage that the right way, that's when people will have that aha moment and they're like, okay, this actually makes sense to spend the money on. And the last letter, the R, is for reassurance. Reassure them, give them a good feeling, and also talk about different people that you know that had the same struggle, made the same decision right now to get this thing, the product, the service, and had the exact outcome that they wanted to. That's when people will really start to believe it, when they see the testimonials, when they see that there is some people that had the same struggle and it worked for them. So automatically they will think, if it works for them, it might work for me too. And once you manage these type of conversations, you will turn into such a confident woman because you exactly know how to lead the conversation. You exactly know when people talk about their problems, what they really want. Because many people that I've worked with, and I've worked with hundreds of women over the past 2.5 years, who always told me like, I want to make more money, I'm not getting like the customers that I want to, and that is actually never the problem. The problem always lies deeper than that. And I always go in asking them other questions like, okay, why do you think that people are not buying from you right now? And that's when people start to think about, okay, maybe it's not about only my offer, maybe it's about my mindset, maybe I have to learn more skills. Sales is a high income skill. Once you learn that, basically you can do any business that you want to. It doesn't have to be digital products. It can be literally anything, no matter what niche you're in right now, whether it's network marketing, whether it's having your own product, whether it's being an influencer, whether it's, I don't know, launching a different kind of service that you offer to people. If you're a personal trainer, whatever, it doesn't matter. You need to learn sales, because in sales you learn how to lead any type of conversations, so you can connect to people, understand what they want to, understand how to connect your solution to their problem, basically aligning as a bridge like I told you, and then making the transition into the offer and then into the sales. And once you learn that, you will make money with whatever. But for this to work, you need a personal brand, because without a personal brand, nobody sees you. You could be the best salesperson, you could be the best in what you do, but if you don't have a personal brand and people don't know you for that, you are irrelevant and you won't make money. And that is 99% of the reason why most of the times where you at right now in your business, you don't make enough money. It's because you're lacking the skills and the personal brand. It's the combination of it with personal branding, because there you will learn how to monetize and how to show yourself to people with authority and credibility. When I think back 3 years ago, when I started to post online, I had like no actual like strategy. I was just posting what I thought might be good, what I thought feel good for people to see or watch. And I wasted so much time. I quit my job after a year, which is actually pretty fast still, because I learned sales, I learned how to talk to people. So that's what changed my life in the beginning. But I understood, okay, I'm good in sales, I can make the sales, but I still have to reach out to people. I have to text them, I have to engage with them. I have to find my customers. Why don't they find me? Why are not they texting me, DMing me? It's because I didn't have a personal brand. And once I started focusing on that and on the way I position myself, and people know me for Ece is the person that helps ambitious women to make their first 10K online with whatever they're doing, that's when everything changed. Because now people know exactly, okay, if I work with Ece, if I get into her upgrade, they will teach me how to make my first 10K and scale even after that, basically wherever you want to go. So the best advice I would give myself if I had to start out again like 2.5 years ago with the person I was 25, I was thinking I have to save myself, I have to save my family, I have to build a life where money is not a problem anymore. I was living on survival mode all the time, with being unhappy with what I do and my daily life. So that's when I started to look for ways I can invest in myself, because I knew that who am I now with the knowledge that I have? I'm not successful. I could never be even close to having success. It's because I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what to do. And I realized I need way more knowledge and way more skills and a strategy and a blueprint that I can just copy for myself. Because you're lucky. You have the blueprint with her upgrade to build your personal brand, learn sales, learn embodiment, learn content creation. Like all these things that you get in her upgrade will give you the blueprint that you need, that I wish I had 2.5 years ago, because that's when I realized, okay, I could have been successful much faster. And I'm not telling you like, or trying to sell you the get successful fast. No, that's not it. You have to take your time and learn these skills. But what I'm saying is you could avoid many more mistakes and feeling lost, because I know the feeling of doing everything you can but still feeling lost. That's why I know that her upgrade is going to change that for you. It's going to change the way you feel, because you exactly know what you're doing. You're going to show up with way more confidence, because you know what you're doing. You know how to talk on social media. You know how to position yourself. You know how to position your offer. You know how to get your offer to people, and you know how to get people to pay you for that. Imagine the version of you that sells confidently, that has the life that she wants to, that can travel basically just like I'm doing, and live the life of your dreams without having to worry about when the next money is coming in, because you know exactly what you're doing. And if you're already seeing this video, you are closer than you think to your breakthrough. It is just one decision away.